Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be covering a two-pronged major issue when it comes to both PC components that are getting utterly obliterated. Hopefully I said that right. When it comes to AI that are now making some PC parts even more expensive than a literal PlayStation 5 or getting comparable to even the price of a PS5 Pro, which some people are worried that it might go and increase the price of it all. We may cover that in another video, but right now, just maybe keep it in the back of your head. But the big issue right now is the current price points are just not working out for PC gaming. And people are pushing even more towards consoles, especially the PlayStation 5, to kind of mitigate that on out. And we're going to also talk about the fact, too, that just the whole AI market might actually once again go and somewhat adjust the entire gaming sphere. If you guys remember a few years ago when we had the big crypto boom back in 2020, 2021, GPU prices went astronomically high as Bitcoin and other various cryptocurrencies became mineable, and then it just went up a bunch of money, and that was kind of the very start of the Nvidia boom. Now we're on the part two of this, where once again, Nvidia, but I guess the future is always the power of computation, is once again, kind of booming up different types of technology stuff. So let's talk about that and focus on why RAM is now like $800. It's crazy. And of course, don't forget, we are doing all the holiday sales linked down below. There's like the PS5 Pro consoles. I almost want to say get one before they go up in price, because once again, we're seeing things go up in price. The whole point of this video, you guys will understand. Just want to, those are all linked down below. They do support me a bunch. And of course, as well, join the giveaway as well if you guys have not done so already. It's also linked down below. And let's dive in the fact that for right now, an entire PS5 is actually cheaper than pretty much just one major component for your own PC. And I've been in the lookout where I kind of want to buy a brand new PC, so I want to smash my head against the desk because, oh my Lord have mercy, once again, AI has ruined us. Now, I'm actually somewhat of a supportive of crypto, somewhat supportive of AI. You can hate me on that, but I've always kind of had that stance. I think that there's cool ideas in the future for AI. You guys could let me know. I'm not really a big fan of the environmental concerns. I agree on that. I also am not a big fan of consumer stuff going up like this, completely against this, obviously. I'm feeling the old trickle hound down effect on it, but I do think that there's potential. Maybe I'm trying to be an optimist on it. I've discussed with my friends because there's a lot of potential bad. Do not get me wrong, but I'm trying to maybe be like, hey, we could have cool stuff when it comes to maybe build think like space. We should maybe do. You guys want a video on this? I get my buddy Cam or something. We can do a big yap on our second channel. But it's cool stuff. Imagine 24/7 working people, bots that might be able to go and change society. Things like doctors, cancer research. There is potential here, but there's also a lot of potentially bad. When it comes to accountants or normal jobs. There's a lot of. It's a gray area. But nonetheless, without that yap, it's crazy because it is driving up the prices. It's cool technology and has potential to change the future, but also has potential to make things a lot harder. So an entire PS5 now costs less than the whole 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM memory. Even after discounts for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, a simple memory kit jumps to $600 due to DRAM shortages, and it's expected to even get worse in 2026. You can spend $50 more just to go and say whatever and just get a PS5 Pro. Nuts. So thanks to the AI boom, as we were discussing, devouring the majority of the world's memory and storage supplies, and consumers are now facing increasingly inflated prices for common components. DDR5 RAM is a necessity for building a current gen Intel or AMD computer, has now reached record highs in terms of pricing. A 64 gigabyte kit of G-Skill's Trident Z5 Neo 6000 MTS all RAM, I'm not sure how I got that in first try, is listed at $600 right now on Newegg. So right now that's $200 more than all the currently cheaper price PS5s linked down below. And like I said, people are worried this price might go up. Well, separate video. But Microsoft Series S is also just $50 off the PS5 Pro at the moment too as well. And this is even with discount codes and Black Friday codes and everything too as well. This is on Black Friday sale. So in theory, without these discount codes, it actually is more money than a PS5 Pro because it's $60 off, as they're saying on the website. So 60 plus 600, 660. Right now, the PS5 Pro is at 650. That's crazy. That's all. This is crazy. And this is more expensive than just a normal PS5. That $600 price tag has a 6% discount like we just showed, and is applied to its original $640 ask as well. So the 64 gigabyte limited edition Corsair Dominator titanium kit cost around $350 only a few months ago. Earlier this year, we posted about DDR5 deals in Prime Day, where the standard edition was also just only $300, and some other ones were only $140. This is crazy because it's been around $200 now, but now it's booming. It's exploding upwards. And this is like making people concerned. More so on the PC building side, because this is just unacceptable. Like this, once again, is the same equivalent of when we had the GPU boom. Like GPUs are going like 50% over the expected retail pricing because people are mining like Bitcoin and like Ethereum and Dogecoin, stuff like that at the time. Now, obviously the prices did trickle down when the crypto markets went down itself, but AI and the AI boom they're spending lots of money. Like when you have like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, these places with billions of free dollars to spend on this, so they don't mind spending extra money, it's rough. So this is like a big concern where RAM right now is going crazy. Right as this particular Trident NZ5 Neo kit began to skyrocket in price was when the industry first started to pick up the effects of this AI crunch. And a few days ago later, they had other price hikes from there. The situation has only worsened. It's getting bad. Insane markups aside, the kit itself is one of the best in the market and recommended as a top pick for the DDR5 memory. Unfortunately, though, it seems like high prices are going to be the story going forward. The surge in demand for AI projects will see production lines will prioritize serving AI clients, leaving consumers to pay through the nose or make the best of what they have. I'm on the making the best of what I have right now. It kind of seems like PC gaming as a whole is even harder. Because you, once again, as of at least until prices hopefully don't change for a while, you'd rather have a PS5, PS5 Pro. Slightly worse specs, yeah, but price-wise, it's good. When it comes to building a PC, no one wants to spend almost the same amount of money, if not even more, to have a comparable RAM. When you, like, it's like a Jeep, this is GPU prices. Like, if I had to spend $600 or $700 on a GPU, I'm okay with that. Like, that's kind of normalized at this point. Like, I have a 3080 Ti on my PC. I spent some good amount of money on that card. That it is, it is what it is. But same with CPUs. Like, that's like, those are always the two components where, like, we want those two to be, like, the best because it's, like, the integral thing. GPU for graphics and coding, the VRAM, CPU for the overall, I guess, processing of your entire computer. Now, there's other little things like a PSU or motherboard you don't mind spending money on, but you always want to prioritize those because they were the most integral for your operating system and also for gaming as a whole. Now, RAM is also pretty integral too for like opening up a browser, recording stuff. If you have like 15, 20, 100 tabs open, coding stuff, just the overall processing as well does matter for RAM. But that was always a cheaper component. Like you'd be able to go buy RAM for like $100 and be like, that's fine. Because AI crunch is destroying everything. And now I understand why normal consumers don't like AI. Like I said, I own some AI stocks. If you guys are curious, I own Iron, Cypher, and a few other ones such as like CleanSpark, etc., that are somewhat segueing into AI production. I also have a few like nuclear power plants. I don't know, I thought it'd be an intriguing investment. So yes, I may have made a little money on those, but it's also impacting the general consumer itself. And I myself am feeling the crunch itself. Like I said, I have some optimistic viewpoints on AI. I do think that there could be potential good with it, whether it comes, like I said, to cancer research. There's even things like military defense stuff that might happen, building like the Death Star in the future, which hopefully never happens either. Like there's a lot of potential bet. But I don't know, like let's just see what happens. I'm scared. I'm sure most of you guys would be too as well. A little bit more of an AI video than usual, but whatever. It's a scary thing. It's a scary world. The world changes. We saw the internet. The internet was even scary too. I kind of grew up with the internet. Funny enough, I'm living my boomer life. It's scary. But the one thing that's scary right now is the fact that inflation, just normal retail goods, such as just having a PC and building your own, which used to be mostly affordable, is now becoming even a more priced out consumer issue. And these big companies, instead of like, so there's two major issues with this as well. A lot of times, these companies are now taking away the fab, like the production of it all. Like let's say you have a massive facility and you need this RAM and you're Amazon, you will be like, hey, this company, TSMC, whoever, AMD, we need you to go and make and prioritize RAM for us, which then takes away RAM, say, for normal people because they're making more money from, say, Amazon having these huge, massive contracts for AI, Oracle, or whatever it might be. And that's one issue. So it just means the overall production goes down a lot less for normal people. And then the part two of that obviously is the same idea, where if they can spend more money, it takes away the consumer aspect of it all. It's rough. So basically the surge in demand for AI projects will see production lines prioritizing serving AI clients, like I just said, leaving consumers to pay through the nose or make the best of what they have. Experts speculate that both DRAM and NAND, I know what DRAM is, I'm not sure what NAND is, constraints will become normal throughout 2026 as the AI boom keeps booming, and that's really bad if you want to build a PC. In the meantime, also hard drives are also vanishing from store shelves to the point where micro SD cards are serving as a feasible replacement for them. Large capacity nearline HDDs are back ordered for 2 years. So that means SSDs are now being swept up at alarming rates too as well. So it kind of seems like people are, yeah, like this is just a struggle. Like they're even saying that the Valve Steam machine will cost up more money due to all these same production costs. And right now it's a very scary time for us to be wanting to go build a PC, or maybe a good thing to be a console gamer. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Like I said, all the sales are linked down below for all the consoles, the PS5 Pro, etc. They're all up on sale. And then same thing too as well with the AI takes. Give me your thoughts and comments down below, or join the giveaway. Love you guys all, and thank you guys all so much for watching.